Hello there, villagers, and welcome back to another video here in Stacy's Random POV. Well, if I'm sure you guys heard already, this whole drama going on with Luigi Mangiano and this whole drama how he got snitched on by a McDonald's employee nonetheless. But now it finds out that there are two snitches. Check this out and I'll be back with the rest of what I have to say.
Each of these contains a serial number where the company can trace the purchase history. Now, the owner of this company, Pete Deering, contacted authorities, but texted me today that he's decided not to give interviews to the media, but he talked to the authorities right away.
People ran to support Peak Design, and he called the cops unprovoked. When people find out, oh my God.
That is correct, you guys. So the CEO of the backpack that the shooter was carrying contacted the authorities out of his own volition and gave them a little fun fact about the backpack, that if they put on the serial number, they will be able to find out who purchased it, where, and everything else, right? Basically like a trap. What a lot of people started mentioning is that why would he do that since business was going up? So that's basically what this video is about. It's about people's opinion about this whole matter, and I thought it would be awesome to bring it forward for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. First, we thought it was the McDonald's, that the CEO of McDonald's, but now it seems like all of these CEOs are just looking out for themselves. Is that right? Is that fair? I want to know what you guys think, but you guys know what I like to do here. I bring in other people's opinion, and then we'll discuss it even more in the comments. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to put that timestamp. And as always, once you subscribe, you automatically become a member of this village. So let's go. Let's check this out.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard yet or not, but the CEO of Peak Design ratted our boy Luigi out. Who the fuck is Peak Design, right? They are the makers of the backpack that Luigi had full of Monopoly money. The CEO of Peak Design saw a photo of it, knew it was his, called the police, asked for the serial number, and then told the police who purchased the backpack. So, Peak Design is on TikTok, everyone. So why don't you head over there and let Peak Design know how you feel about them ratting Luigi out. Okay, kids, have a good night.
Contains a serial number where the company can trace the purchase history. Now, the owner of this...
I don't doubt that that CEO called the cops for sure, but what makes the most sense to me is that it's a part of, like, I read a term called parallel construction, where the NSA, like Snowden pointed this out, they'll make an illegal wiretap, search your text, search everything electronically, illegally, and then in order to justify and show that, oh, we did this completely legally, is they construct a story on how to find you. And that's how they found Luigi, was the NSA did a wiretap illegally, and then they just construct a story to fit their narrative, if that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, unless Luigi wanted to get caught. I don't know.
I miss fall at this point. We went from the season of the witch to the season of the snitch. Nancy was plenty for us to try to digest. What the fuck were you thinking, Nancy? No. Now, Peak Design got involved. I was just enjoying my morning when this horrendous news came across my feed. The owner of Peak Design recognized the backpack, called the police, said, hey, what's the serial number? And then told them who purchased the fucking backpack. But Peak Design is on TikTok, and I'm sure there's somewhere you can review their product. So yeah, maybe if their comments are still on, we might want to go tell them how we feel.
So the CEO of Peak Designs is an idiot. I mean, I think we've all come to the conclusion that to be a CEO, you don't necessarily need to be book smart. You just have to be, usually they're manipulative and really slimy, smarmy people because they know how to take advantage of people. Here, the idiot got free advertising from our good man, the adjuster, you know, And instead of taking that free advertising and all of the sales that his company had just made, instead of thanking him, or actually in his way of thanking him, he turned him in. He said, hey, FBI or whomever, I saw that the adjuster used my bag and I can track the serial number. So I'm going to let you know who bought it. So that was his thanks. And funny that the CEO of Peak Design couldn't put his money where his mouth is. You know, there is something that my father always taught me. I have a lot of opinions, right? We all do. And I remember this one time that I read an article in the newspaper. I'm dating myself with the newspaper. Read the article. It's talked about how teenagers are dumb, whatever. There's always those articles that come out. And as a teenager at the time, I took offense to this. And I wanted to write a letter to the editor. And I wrote this and I put my heart and soul in it. But I didn't sign it. I did not sign it. And my dad said, you cannot send that in. You cannot send that in. And I was like, what did you tell me? These are my words. These are my thoughts. And he said, if those are your words and your thoughts, then you need to sign your name. You need to let people know who you are, because if they come back with questions or an opposing view, they need to be able to come to you, and you need to be able to defend your stance. Stuck with me all these years later, 30 years later. Now, if I can say something to someone's face, I don't say it at all. Excuse me, if I can't write my name and sign my name to my thoughts, I do not write them. This is something I do. I back up what I say. And I defend it. And I will be the first one to say, I don't know. If someone brings me an opposing view and to change my mind, and I don't have a comeback, or I don't have, not necessarily a comeback, but a good response, I am adult enough and mature enough to say, I don't know. So where am I going about this with the Peak Design? He turned off his comments on all of his TikToks. Can't say anything. Cannot say anything to him. Can't voice your opinion for how he runs his company. You can't, and I get it. They're a private company. They can run it however the hell they want, right? But I find the correlation between the two. If I was going to do something with my whole chest, I would stand behind it. I would take criticism, right? I mean, I get it. There is a certain life or unlife situation going on. It's the path we choose, buddy, isn't it? You know? So, I don't know, just my musings for this Friday morning, Friday the 13th. A little dark. But yeah, I'm sick and tired of people in positions where they should be held accountable, not being held accountable. Although, that's what got us into this position in the first place, isn't it?
Luigi Mangione was ratted out by the CEO of Peak Design. Peak Design is the backpack he was carrying. And the CEO said, hey, NYPD, give me that serial number and I'll tell you whose backpack it was. Fudge. I am up so early this morning. I never made a TikTok this early in the morning. Why? Why Peak Design? I was going to buy your backpack. I can't do that now. Good backpack, but I can't do that. Why would you do that?
I want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
It's not his